Well, hello there, my friends. I am Dean the Turkey Legster. Hello. Welcome to not once. This is Let's Talk Turkey, and welcome to yet another stream. The subject that I am going to chat about tonight for a little bit here is one that I have. It's actually been on the back burner for several shows, and different things have come up, and I've moved it back and back and back, and so it's sorry, um my um my schedules. I've moved around my schedule, and so finally I'm here to talk about the unloved Disney films. Is of course a list that I have come up with. 15 underloved Disney films. Jennifer, hello. Happy anniversary to you and Ron. Yes, I love this background. It's actually a Thomas Kincaid piece of art. Um, I believe it's called I think it's called A New Day at Cinderella Castle. If you want to look that up and see the whole art piece, um, it's a beautiful piece of art, and they had it, um, as a background. And so I enjoy putting it up. Surfer Girl, hi Cherie, welcome in. It was great seeing you last week. You and James at Disney. Never enough time to um, hang out with friends. As you know, I've seen Jennifer, and it is never enough time to hang out with friends at Disney. Jennifer, it might be a puzzle. Let me see. So it's called. So it is Thomas Kincaid. A New Day. A New Day at. Here we go. There it is. Cinderella Castle. Yes, it is called A New Day at Cinderella Castle. And I see art prints. Let me just throw a puzzle in here. It might just be. All right, so it's on there. It's on. It looks like you can find it on like eBay. I'm seeing a $29.99. Oops, on eBay. So yeah, you can't see it very well. Anyway, you can't see it. Anyway, so I looked it up. Just a quick little looky there. Looks like you can get it on eBay. There's probably not a current item. I actually seem to remember that they discontinued that piece of art. Thomas Kincaid, like Studios, actually discontinued that piece of art a year or so ago. So I'm sure anything with this design on it is probably like going out of circulation. Not Annie Coog, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Yes, I had the opportunity to see Cherie and James last week. Tina McNeil, Tina and Chuck McNeil, I spent a lot of time with. I'm going to go into, more into the visits that I had. I got to meet, who else did I get to meet? I got to hang out with Russ. What in the World with Russ? Mike Wheeler um, last week, or I guess it was the week before last that I saw Mike Wheeler. Um, Lily, I met Lily. Thank you, Cherie. I met Lily of Lily's Life. Such a sweet young lady. Um, I need to do a stream sometime. I'm not sure when. I might actually look to squeeze it in a couple of weeks. But okay, Lily has a thing of Lily's Life. She's got a thing for napkins. And so she gave me her napkin, which is her channel logo. And which I thought it was a cool idea. I don't have it here, but I neglected to mention, and I really should have mentioned to Lily that I actually have, I used to have a thing for napkins. I used to collect different napkins, and I've actually shown it on the channel on a stream. It's been quite a while, so I'm probably due to bring it out and show. It's a unique, kind of a unique collection, but I'm going to have to do that, show that on stream. Tina McNeil, welcome in. I hope you and Chuck are doing well. Tina and Chuck are kind of on their way out of Florida. J and N Travels, John and Nancy, hello. It's going gobbletastic. I'm gonna wait a minute, a couple minutes here, and then we'll get into the topic for the night. Annie, you're only gonna have one day night to see people. You'll have to send me a message to see when that was, to see when that is. I am gearing up. I'll say it, probably mention this at the end of the stream, but I am gearing up to have thyroid surgery coming up here in the early June. I'm gonna say it's a little more than 2 weeks away that that's planned for, and so I don't really know what the recovery time length is, and so I actually have planned. The channel is going to be taking a sabbatical after my June 4th live stream. Let's Talk Turkey will be on June the 4th, and then that will be my last stream for, I don't know, a month, 2 months, whenever I feel recovered and able to come back to streaming. So I look forward to doing that. And so, so that'll be kind of, later on in the summer. And, but, I did do last week, I did go for what was it? As a CAT scan of, no, it's probably a week before, a CAT scan of my upper personage, and it did, the results of that indicated that everything was clear, except for, well, the thyroid, um, the cancer in the thyroid, it showed, but it indicated that everything else was clear, and that nothing was, the cancer had not spread. At least that's what I could see from the results. And so, yeah, definitely keep me in your prayers. Thank you, Jennifer. Um, thoughts and prayers as I get ready to do this and as I recover. And I'm hoping this will kind of be a a door to better health in the future. I'm also working with a kind of a natural type doctor, functional care. Um, for just my health in general. And so they'll be able to help with my recovery going forward. So that's kind of the update there. So, Cargo, hello, welcome, and welcome. Yes, welcome to Turkey Tube. Turkey Tube. Well, welcome in. All right, so time's a wasting, although it's fun to just chat. I do want to talk about the, as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I was saying, um, excuse me. I feel like there are some of the Disney classics that don't get enough love, and I've actually retitled this stream a couple different things. And um, the stream now is, and I just realized I titled it wrong. I meant to say the underloved Disney films because I had a few titles right off the top of the bat that know are don't get enough love, don't get enough talk about how great they are, great stories. And so I went through and I made a whole list of 15, and I want to go through them. And there's probably going to have to be a second part. So here's my list of the underloved Disney movies. And these are the animated and the animated classics, realm. And these are uh, movies that, these are like the first 15 that I thought of. And so, if there's more, we can, look into those. And Cargo, yes. Rescuers is on my list. Atlantis. I had forgotten about Atlantis. Treasure Planet. Um, did I see Treasure Planet? I think I saw Treasure Planet. I know I saw Atlantis. Atlantis was a good one. Definitely an underrated. Um, okay, Cherie, have a great night. Hopefully, you catch the replay of the stream. So anyway, let me start with. So hold on to your suggestions there. I'm going to go through my list, and then we'll take suggestions um, on more titles. So number one on my list, and if you saw my thumbnail, then you might have a clue as to what the first, not necessarily the top one on the list, but when I think about underloved Disney films, I do think about this film, and it is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Space Mountain Dave, welcome in. Hello. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So anyway, yeah, The Hunchback of Notre Dame is one of those, is on the list for being an underloved Disney film. And I was actually just listening to the soundtrack today, particularly the opening of the film. With the shot going in there and the choir sounding, um, and then it goes under, and you see the cathedral there, Notre Dame, um, in the opening, and then you go into the city and the singing starts, and that whole like first part of the movie, um on the soundtrack, that song there, that track is, it's like 6 minutes long, just kind of telling, beginning the story of, Quasimodo and Frollo and Quasimodo's mother, and a lot of great songs in that movie, and it's it is definitely underloved. Hello, Nathan. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So, The Hunchback of Notre Dame is the first on my list. The second on my list is Pocahontas. Pocahontas is one of those, um, I feel like it doesn't get enough love. It's got a great soundtrack again. It's got, of course, you've got The Colors of the Wind is a definite, you know, topper. But then you've got, well, the opening start, the opening song in the film, the steady as a beating drum, one song that's kind of kind of the drums that are part of that song is kind of gives that it adds to the vibe of the movie with the Indians or Native Americans, as you whatever you want to refer to them as. But then of course there's the just around the river bend that Pocahontas sings, and so great soundtrack, great story. Of course, it is I think it's the only um, Disney classic film, that's actually based on a true person in history. And so it's got that going for it. Hey, Mary, welcome in. Um, Happy Tuesday. So number 3 on my list is exactly, Tina. It talks about respecting the environment without hitting you over the head and respecting other cultures. Um, and particularly the song Colors of the Wind deals with that. Movie Mania Nick, hello. Welcome in. Um, yeah. So number 3 on the list is The Jungle Book. And The Jungle Book, excuse me. Um, The Jungle Book is one of my favorite films. There's just something about the whole vibe of the film that I love, and it's got fun music. Again, it's, going back to the soundtrack. Um, Give me one second, guys. Going back to talking about these films, the soundtrack, the music of the films are you know a huge part of what I think it causes them to be so endearing. And when it comes to the Jungle Book, of course, you've got the the bare necessities. I think is probably the first song that comes to mind when you talk about the Jungle Book, and then you've got the probably the next one would be the I Want to Be Like You that King Louis sings. Um, to Mowgli, and and then all the other songs as well throughout the film that pop up and um, during the movie. Um, so the fourth movie is The Fox and the Hound. The Fox and the Hound is one of those that there's a couple of songs in the movie. Um, Probably the best known song in the movie um, is The Best of Friends. And then another song in the movie, and this part of the movie is one of those what you might call a tear jerker. And it's the goodbye may seem forever, farewell is like the end. And it's it's the whole it's just a really sweet story about friendship, and it's about um it's about these two animals that aren't supposed to be friends, and they start out being friends, and then um they kind of defy what would be considered normal, I guess. It's kind of defy nature, if you will. Um, and they end up staying friends, and being they can their friendship shines um, during the darkest moment, being the climactic scene at the end. But um, yeah. So the Fox and the Hound is definitely on my list of underloved films. And Jacob Herring, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So number five on my list is one that I do think is underloved and underrated, but possibly not quite as much as some. You let me know. I think Disney's Tarzan. I think that you get some, I think Tarzan does get some love, but I don't think Tarzan gets enough. It's a um, it's a great story again, great music, great soundtrack um, to Tarzan, great story, humor. There's humor in all the films, I guess. Um, well, I would have to say, I guess in Pocahontas, there's not quite so much humor. There's a little bit there, but anyway, Tarzan is a really fun um, movie. It's again, it starts out with Tarzan's parents, um, you know, dying, and it's it's actually been so long since I've seen Tarzan, to be honest. Really all these. I want to say well, I watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame I think last week. But some of these other movies I really haven't watched recently, so I think I need to maybe watch some. So Tarzan definitely is Underloved. Number 6 is another one I think does get some love, but I think is, and I'll say the name, Dumbo, the movie Dumbo. Um, you get I think Dumbo does get a fair amount of love, but I think just because I really like Dumbo. Um, the 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 thing about Dumbo is um, I really like I really love the character of Timothy Mouse, and I have talked about this on the channel before. And actually, I don't know why Dumbo didn't go to the top or further up on the top, but Dumbo as being an underrated or underloved um, movie. I just think it's great to see Timothy Mouse and his character in the movie, and how he befriends Dumbo again, like in the Fox and the Hound. There's these defying the norm. Um, a elephant should not be friends with a mouse. In fact, usually they're afraid of mice. But here we've got Timothy Mouse befriending and being a defender and advocate for Dumbo and encouraging him to overcome his uniqueness. And but then on the flip side, you also have Dumbo's character and how he takes that encouragement that Timothy um, is giving him, and he in fact um, flies and he soars. And so there are a couple different messages in that film there that I really, really like. The friendship of Timothy Mouse and the determination and the victory of Dumbo over his struggles, and what is a really kind of a sad movie. Um, if you watch it, you know, it is kind of a sad movie with Dumbo's mother being taken away, and Dumbo being the butt of jokes, and everyone picking on him, and really undergoing a lot of abuse from the circus. But again, going back to Timothy Mouse helping him through it, and that's what we all need. We all need a Timothy Mouse. We all need to be a Timothy Mouse to other people, and so that's what I love about that movie, is that it kind of shows that. And so and yeah, so Dumbo definitely on the underloved Disney list. 7 for number 7, I'm actually putting two movies together, because there's a sequel, The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under, and I haven't seen these in a long time, but these seem like these were really fun movies about these two little mice going to rescue. In the first one, they went to rescue a little girl. The second movie, and The Rescuers Down Under, they went to go rescue a little boy. And so again, I'm gonna have to go watch these to kind of refresh my memory. But I just remember really enjoying watching them. Um, I don't remember um, any music from them. I do remember the one sequence that I do remember in The Rescuers Down Under is towards the beginning of the movie. Um, the boy, I believe his name is Cody, goes for a ride on the eagle. I think what happens is Cody rescues the eagle from the um, the poacher's net or something like that, or a trap, and the eagle takes Cody for a ride, and they go. Cody is flying on the eagle, and they go over, all around mountain and waterfalls and everything. And I just remember that being kind of a fun sequence. So those two go in on the list for number 7. The Rescuers and the Rescuers Down Under. He saves the eagle egg. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to watch the movie because you know I remember some things about it, but I need to watch them again. Um, so in number 8 is another duo I'm gonna put is Fantasia and Fantasia 2000. Of course, the probably the most popular part of actually both of those movies is the Sorcerer's Apprentice segment, where you have Sorcerer Mickey and the sorcerer, and Mickey gets the hat, and the brooms go crazy. Um, but Fantasia is I believe it was only the third Disney feature film, and it's a series of segments that are, musical pieces and animation set to the musical pieces, um, like classical type music and to be honest, most of these movies, I haven't seen in a long time. But you know, it's kind of funny how they just kind of popped right in the mind when I was trying to think. Oh yeah, that's an underloved. It's underloved, underrated, whatever you want to call it, movie. And then the Fantasia 2000. One thing in the Fantasia 2000 is there's a segment with Donald Duck as Noah, and like Noah's Ark. Um, and I don't remember exactly what happens in that segment, but it's the musical piece that is that segment is set to is the pomp and circumstance piece, and so that was really fun. And I think it has to do with, well, I'm not even gonna bother, but that's in Fantasia 2000, and I definitely, um, yeah, I need to watch that again. Oh, hello, Dawn. Howdy, Hitchhiking Bones. Welcome in. I'm gonna be seeing them next week. Um, um, they will be the Hitchhiking Bones, Dawn, and the family, and Will. There's gonna be the whole Bone entourage. There's gonna be so many bones in Disney. next week, and um, gonna be heading down to see them next week. I'm looking forward to that travel. I hope you guys have safe travels, Dawn, and the rest of the family, and I hope you all have a fun time. And actually, coming up here at the top of the hour, the Hitchhiking Bones are going to be live with the Hitchhiker Chat, and they'll be chatting with Mike Wheeler, and so that'll be at the top of the hour. So let me get through the list. Let me finish going through the list and just talking about my favorites or my top underloved Disney movies. Number nine is Fun and Fancy Free. You may not this is definitely it's not as popular, I feel. Fun and Fancy Free actually is a combination of two segments in the movie. The first the first part of the film is the story of, I think his name is Bongo, if I remember right, and he's a bear that actually ends up being he actually turns out that he's in the same circus that Dumbo is. It's kind of a backstory. We don't see Dumbo, but that's kind of the history of Bongo. And anyway, um, Bongo somehow finds himself in the woods, and he again. I need to watch this film, this movie again because um, I'm actually not sure of the storyline here. But anyway, it's a story of Bongo in the woods, and he meets the real bears, and he has a whole thing, and there's music, and it's all kinds of fun. The second part of the film is Mickey and the Beanstalk, the short. That I do remember because um, we actually, before I knew about Fun and Fancy Free, I actually was we had Mickey and the Beanstalk on a VHS growing up. Um, and we had just Mickey and the Beanstalk that we watched. And so we had, you had the golden harp, and you had, the giant there, and the and so I was familiar with that story, and then it kind of lost it. We lost it, and I didn't see it for years. And then when I realized and I discovered that Fun and Fancy Free was a full length Disney movie, and Mickey and the Beanstalk, which of course is based on Jack and the Beanstalk. In case you're wondering, um, I definitely had to watch it, and so yeah, so Fun and Fancy Free, really fun. It actually is. It's one of the first 10 Disney classics. I'm not sure exactly where it falls, what number it is, but it's one of the first ones, and actually it is. It's either Fun and Fancy Free or another one that Jiminy Cricket is actually kind of the in the introduction to the film, the beginning segment. Anyway, I definitely recommend that one. Okay. let me finish up the list here. Try to finish up as quickly as I can. Um, number 10, number 10 on my list is Bambi. Bambi is one of those. Gets a little attention. Um, I feel like I feel like Bambi is has gets a little bit of animosity, or people aren't that crazy about it. I think because it's real to life. It actually is. I think it's the only Disney film where someone actually dies. Bambi's mother dies and they don't come back. They're just gone. That we An actual character that we get to know and get any kind of a connection. We do see deaths in the other films, but they're kind of like the backstory, like Cinderella's father, you know. In the introduction we hear that he dies, but we don't really get to know him, so it's kind of things like that. I think in other films, in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, we do meet Quasimodo's mother at the beginning, but we don't really get to know her. We don't really get that much of a connection. In Bambi, we get to know Bambi's mother more. She's more a part of that story. We hear her talk, and there's y- there's scenes with her and Bambi, and the other hard thing about it too is that Bambi's being so young there too. Um, but I like Bambi just because it's oh, that's right, Frozen. That we have Elsa and Anna's parents, and then they die they perish at sea. I don't know. There's something about Bambi though that's just kind of um, enjoyable. I feel like it's honest. I think because I think it's true to nature. Um, in how it deals with Bambi's mother dies, yes, but Bambi goes on and he overcomes all these struggles. He's and ends up becoming, at the end of the film, he's the prince of the forest. And so yeah, I just think it's I enjoy it. I like Bambi. So that's number 10 on my list tonight. Number 11, we have Oliver and Company. Oliver and Company is of course based on um Oliver and Company. Someone help me out. I think it's based on one of the classic stories. Oliver is a little kitten, and he's it's set. I think it's Oliver Twist actually. Isn't it Oliver Twist? That sounds well. It's Oliver, so it's Oliver Twist. Um, oh, that's right. Mufasa dies, which is again, yeah, that's a heartbreaker. But yeah. Anyway, going back to Bambi, I do think that there was just something about Bambi. Um, so Oliver Twist. I again, I'm gonna have to. I have homework, I guess. These 15 movies. I'm gonna have to go watch. Underloved. Number 12, Alice in Wonderland. Um, yes, Alice in Wonderland's a little weird, gotta say. But there's a few funny songs in it. It's unusual. It doesn't make sense, but definitely that's kind of, I guess it's just Alice getting her wish because she wanted nonsense, and then there we got it. And so, hey Russ, how are you? Welcome in. Oh, Dawn, yes, I think I can do that. Um, so I will either put this list in the description, or I will just put it in the comments afterwards, right afterwards. So look for that later, um, in either place. Um, Number 13, Robin Hood. Robin Hood, again, fun characters, fun music, great soundtrack, um, and just a lot of fun. One of those that you don't see a lot um, of love for. Robin Hood. Oodalolly, that's right, Oodalolly. Okay, my internet decided to be weird. Am I back? I got a spinny on my screen. So am I back? I don't know if the stream did anything on your end, but on my end, it looked like my internet decided to go all oodalolly. I'm back. Okay, thank you, Russ. So anyway, yeah. So number 14 is 101 Dalmatians. So 101 Dalmatians, I do feel has, well, Russ, I might have, but my computer definitely dozed for a second. I did not lag. Oh, okay. Um, so where was I? So yeah, number 14 on my list is 101 Dalmatians. Um, 101 Dalmatians is, a lot of fun. You've got puppies, of course, puppies everywhere. Who doesn't love a bunch of puppies? Um, and you've got this great story of two parents who go after their kids, end up taking in a bunch more, and leading them back to home, and which is a great story overall. And yeah, and I just really think that doesn't get enough love. Well, that's right. She doesn't love the puppies. Cruella doesn't love the puppies. She loves their fur coats. Um, but number 15 on the list is Mulan, and Mulan, I feel like doesn't quite get enough love, doesn't quite get enough, attention that maybe it should. It's a great story. It's some great music in there, and the little dragon, Mushu, is a lot of fun in there, and so yeah. So so Mulan is number 15 on my list here of underloved Disney movies, and so yeah. So hopefully that kind of whets your taste and kind of jogs your memory of talking about some of these movies that don't always get talked about. They don't get specifically in the parks. They don't all have. Some of them do have a little bit of get a little bit of presence. Like Dumbo is that ride. Um, Alice in Wonderland has attractions in there. And there's other things, that you see, but overall, some of these don't have. They just don't have a lot of presence, the parks, but just outside of the parks anyway. Um, yeah. So hope you enjoyed that little discussion. I am going to put that list in either the description or in the comments right after the stream. So look for that later. You can look for those, and all of these are on. I'm pretty sure all of these titles are on Disney Plus. Um, they should be because they're all Disney. But anyway, um, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. We're coming up here on almost at 10 o'clock. Coming up at 10, again, my friends, the Hitchhiking Bones, will be live for hitchhiking hitchhiker chat. Talking, of course, with Mike Wheeler. I do need to wish Mike Wheeler a belated happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. Mike is one of my Gobble Squad moderators, great friend. He's got a great channel, and he's going to be on another great channel, the Hitchhiking Bones, who are Don is another moderator for me. A happy anniversary to Jennifer Caruso and Ron. Their anniversary is, I think it was today. Um, Also, happy anniversary, belated anniversary to Tina McNeil and Chuck. Their anniversary was last week. Um, and I am trying to think if there are any other birthdays or anniversaries that I need to acknowledge. Anyway, okay. Stay tuned to the channel this week. I am going to be live Thursday night and then Saturday night at 9 o'clock for a special edition of chats. Um, both Thursday, I really don't have a topic. So come on in and we can talk about whatever. I can send the link out to whoever, and I can have some people um, on Thursday. On Saturday is going to be a Memorial Day. It's a Memorial Day type title and thumbnail, and we'll definitely talk about that a little bit. but it might be a lot of the same things again. Um, kind of an open topic. Um, anything goes kind of a thing. Um, then of course next Tuesday we'll be back to just a regular normal on Tuesday. Um, so yeah. So with that, guys, have a gobbletastic night. Thank you for watching, and pop the like button if you haven't. What else? Yes, I think that's all. You guys have a gobbletastic night. I'm gonna go and do a few quick things, and then I'll be in chat for the Hitchhiking Bones coming up here in a few minutes. Um, so take care, guys, and I will see you later. Bye bye.